So welcome to our 860 Gives information session. We're really excited to have you here and to talk about the Giving Day experience that we have planned coming up starting on March 31st. Um, so I'm going to walk through some of the key details, but one really important thing I want to flag right off the bat is that nonprofit registration only runs until March 6th. So we have about 1 week left for people to register, for nonprofits to register. So I'm glad that you all are here. Hopefully, we'll be able to answer a lot of your questions and give you some more information to allow you to take that next step. Want to go to the next slide, Kate? So event dates are 6 a.m. on March 31st through 6 a.m. on April 2nd, 2026. So those will be the days that giving is actually open um, for donors to support causes on the 860 Gives site. Go ahead to the next one. So I'm just going to talk through high level what is 860 Gives, the action steps that you need to take to participate. I'll share a little bit about registration and also the resources that we have to support you. Our goal is to make this very, very easy for everyone who wants to participate to do so. We'll talk through that in a little bit more detail towards the end. Next slide. So what is 860 Gives? And you can go one more. So this is the can't miss fundraising event of 2026. So it's a 48-hour giving blitz that pulls dollars directly into nonprofits' hands. So United Way is powering this initiative, United Way of Central and Northeastern Connecticut, but it's not about us. This is about um, galvanizing philanthropy to support the incredible nonprofit community that we have in the 860 region. And this event is actually being modeled after Rhode Island's very, very successful 401 Gives Day. And it's really all about amplifying our fundraising impact when it matters the most. We know that we're all dealing with having to do more with less. And so this is one way United Way feels we can help build capacity around fundraising for nonprofits in our communities. And you can see there just a little bit of a snapshot about how successful 401 Gives has been over the last several years as well. Next slide, please. So, how it works. So, to be eligible, you have to be a 501(c)(3) Patriot Act compliant nonprofit organization, and you have to be based in or serve one of our United Way's 56 towns. So we are in central and northeastern Connecticut. We go about as far down as the Bristol area, as far up as the Wyndham region and the Quiet Corner, and then to the Massachusetts line with areas like Enfield, Suffield, and Somers. So pretty wide area, but you have to be located in or have a key strategy that's serving one of those communities. Um, you will be able to create your own giving page on our Bonterra site and set your own fundraising goal. Um, United Way is taking no fees. Uh, we'll talk a little bit more about the fees for the technology platform that we're providing in just a minute. And we provide a ton of support. So you will have templates, graphics, and promotional materials that you can use that are plug and play to encourage people in your networks to give during the giving day. What's in it for you? So you have the opportunity to raise unrestricted funds for your greatest needs. The other thing I want to mention, if you have any sort of special campaign happening around this time and you would rather raise restricted funds towards that campaign, that is your prerogative to do so. What's on your giving page is up to you. As long as you're clear about what the funds that you raise during 860 Gives are going towards, you can make this meet your needs and your organizational strategies overall. But we do see that most people do tend to raise for unrestricted. Um, the opportunity to boost visibility and tell your stories. So we'll be doing a lot of promotion to drive people to the site. We have plans for a great media partner, some billboards, some other paid media happening all around the region to really get people excited about giving and to take over the region from March 31st to April 2nd. We also are going to have prizes and matching fund opportunities. We'll have two kind of categories of prizes. We'll have some cash incentive prizes that will be available certain hours of the day to help encourage giving in different categories as well. Depending on, nonprofit size and things like that, there will be certain matches that are available to you during those giving days. And then our in-kind prizes are from some vendors who are amazing, who are willing to donate some of their time, some other great opportunities, things that nonprofits really need and can use. So we can share a little bit about that later on, and we're still in the process of securing and collecting more incentives. So that's just something that's great to let your donors and your boards know about that in addition to giving, they give your nonprofit an opportunity to access either additional funds or some quality services. You keep approximately 90% of the donations. There are transaction fees associated with Bonterra, who is our giving site technology partner. Donors will have the option to cover those fees, though, and most donors do cover the fees. And you'll benefit from the regional momentum that we have by doing this all together. So, the most important part, how to participate. So, you'll want to register at www.860gives.org. Very important. You have to put the W's in when you type in the URL, or it won't take you to the proper place. So, www.860gives.org. And registration does end March 6th. So, that is coming up next week. You'll need to submit a very brief survey and then your 501(c)(3) documentation. And then you can start preparing, right? Once you're registered and approved, we'll send you an approval notice within 24 to 48 business hours. And then you're off and running. You can begin to recruit fundraisers, you can customize your page, and you can start promoting with the toolkit that we provide. And then lastly, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X for updates and rally info and things you can share. So our handle is 860Gives and you can find us there. Next slide. Okay. So the key action steps that you will need to take, we talked a little bit about registration. So again, we have the survey and the form, and we have a link and we'll send this out with helpful registration tips there. There are three key requirements when you get to that form. So it's your 501(c)(3) registration survey, which requires your EIN, Patriot Act compliance, and then just affirming that you adhere to the United Way agreement about kind of our brand association and guidelines. Very simple, should be a very easy yes on all of those fronts. Upon registration, as I mentioned, we will email you an approval within 24 to 48 business hours. And then the very next step you should take is to enter and verify your banking information so you are set up to receive donations. That's a really important step. You'll have then the ability to go through and set up your custom fundraising page. There are tons of trainings and webinars on Bonterra that you can access, and we link those for you here to help you do that. And you can download our nonprofit toolkit and start spreading the word. So this is just a screenshot of the registration survey and form. You can see the survey is very short, and then the registration form itself as well um, uh, should be pretty quick for your organization to complete. This is just an overview of the Bonterra / GiveGab fees. When I mentioned that the site does take a fee, these are merchant processing fees. I'm sure if you have giving sites associated with your organization, you're pretty familiar with these. But you can see for kind of each um, area, the flat fees, right? That are attributed to the card or credit cards and other types of donations. One thing I want to mention is that we can accept donor advised fund donations, but those are going to be offline donations. So we'll have mechanisms in terms of how those can be recorded. And of course, if people want to send checks and things like that, you're responsible for having that information on your page so that those dollars can get to you. Again, no fees are being taken by United Way, and Apple Pay and PayPal are available options. Unfortunately, Venmo is not. Next slide. Okay, so a little bit about what United Way is doing to support this effort. Key way that we're supporting is spreading the word. So we've been cultivating opportunities and incentives for participating organizations. So that's something our team is actively working on right now. We are fundraising. We are providing the fundraising website via GiveGab. Um, we have our TV and media partnership with WFSB, which is going to be a great opportunity. They will be encouraging viewers and social media followers to get out and give during the giving day, and also doing a little bit of a feature on the great nonprofits participating. We also have an influencer social media partnership with Keith McGilvery, the good news guy. So he's been doing some promotion for us, and will also, I believe, do a feature um, on social of a few key nonprofits, just to kind of give people a flavor of what they might see when they get to the 860 Gives site. Um, Regular social media posts. So we are going to be posting again. If you follow us on all platforms, you can like and share. We'll also have that toolkit that's available to you. Promotion via public relations and local media. So we're doing both paid and earned media for this, and that will we've started that a little bit, but that will really ramp up as we get closer to the giving day. And then we're happy to do training calls as needed. And as we get closer, we'll likely set up a couple of training, optional training sessions for folks to participate in. And of course, the nonprofit toolkit. So this has everything that you need in it. We have the 860 Gives logos. We have email templates for each campaign phase with recommended dates for date ranges for sends. We have pre and post email banners to add to your templates. We have graphics and copy suggestions for social media. I gave badges to share with your donors. So everything you should need to easily promote this opportunity. We also have virtual meeting backgrounds, as you can see, we're modeling here. And then we'll have a thank you card that's available in digital or print for after the campaign. Incentives. So as I said, we're actively working on securing incentives. We have confirmed several cash gift matches, and so we'll begin in a couple of weeks promoting exactly how those will be available and kind of what the requirements are to potentially win some of those cash gift matches. And we also have some restaurant gift cards for some of our finer establishments in the area to host donor dinners, donor appreciation dinners, things of that nature. And then professional services, and I expect this list will grow. But so far, we have an advertising billboard committed, time from a consultant to do a brand positioning playbook and strategy session. And there's a lot more that's going to be posted in the coming weeks. But just to give you a sense of the types of things we're looking for, again, things that we've heard from people will be useful to nonprofits. What's next? So, again, registration ends March 6th, so visit www.860gives.org and make sure that you're able to get registered. Those giving dates again are 6 a.m. on March 31st to 6 a.m. on April 2nd. Stay tuned, make sure you follow us and tag us in your posts. We have a giving window press release that's scheduled for March 23rd. We will be live on WFSB on March 24th. And if you have any questions, you can visit or you can contact 860gives at cronin-co.com. And there's also a chat bubble in the bottom right corner of the 860 Gives site if you want customer service from Bonterra and GiveGab team, and they're very helpful. Our team's also available to you if you encounter any issues, and we're happy to triage questions or tech needs, etc. So please feel free to let us know as well. All right, so that's the formal presentation. Any questions about anything that I covered? No. All right. Well, I hope that we'll see you all registering in the next few days. If you have any questions, feel free, like I said, to reach out to our team. We're happy to help as you move through the registration process. And we're really excited to have a great Giving Day. We have almost 100 nonprofits registered already. And we really want to add as many as we can because the more of us that participate, the more we're able to amplify um, our missions and our voices together collectively. When can we expect this presentation? Tara, was your team going to email this out?
Yeah, as soon as we have the recording link all set, just so that it's an emailable file to you all, a link, we will send that. We will include a copy of the presentation as well as a link to the registration site and some other helpful kind of training and tips and how to, reach out back to us and things like that. So kind of everything you'll need as well as this presentation, video and the actual slides. So hopefully, if not today, definitely by Monday.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you all again. I hope you have a great weekend. It's going to be warmer tomorrow, so enjoy. And please feel free to reach out if you need anything from us.